change my channel at least. So I'm in Bellingham, Washington. I'm not gonna live stream yet. So this is the sheriff's office. I imagine this is where they bring people in at Prospect and Central. So it's just the sheriff's office. They have a parking lot over here. Parking lot across the street where they keep some of their vehicles. It's beautiful out here. So that is a restricted area. I'm on a public sidewalk right now. Hi. It says, let me try to stabilize this. The following items are prohibited within the confinement of Whatcom County Jail. Any person knowingly possessing any of the following may be found in violation of RCW's 9.94.040 through 9.94049. Weapons, firearms, any instrument which could result in death or bodily harm or death, narcotic drugs, any other controlled substance as defined in RCW 69.50. Obviously, it's not in a very inconspicuous spot.
What are you videotaping?
Just whatever I can see.
Okay.
So, doing an audit.
Nice, nice.
Yep. How are you guys?
Good. Waiting for my buddy to get out of jail.
Oh, okay.
He got a DUI last night.
Oh, that's not fun.
First one though, so he should be alright.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so this audit isn't really it's a smoke-free zone. Obviously employees smoke, and I'm not gonna film this guy because I respect people in general, even though he's out in public. But I know employers are getting on people about smoking cigarettes, especially in the state of Washington. I know it's kind of all over these days. I don't know. I guess when you're on their property, they do have a right to allow or disallow smoking, but some organizations take it way too far where they'll actually give people a hard time who do it like off the clock. Don't feed the wildlife. Obviously we could say something about that. So far, police in Washington have been pretty good. I've only had issues with Port Orchard as of yet. Hi. Yeah, this is the jail side of the building at 311. I'm not sure if it's 311 Central. Got street parking here where you have to pay. Pay by license plate number. It's dark here, so you can't really see. When I get back, I'm going to invest in some new lighting equipment. A huge Indian tribe next to here, the Lumni. So you got your totem pole. Obviously, the cop that came into the sheriff's side of the building, that was a Lumni Indian Reservation police officer. So far, he passed the test. I haven't been contacted yet by LEO. So here's one of the entrances. Assault in the courthouse is a felony. Warning, a person is guilty of assault. Having trouble seeing this. There's an information center inside, so this is public. I guess they're having issues with the assault in the courtroom. Possession of guns or any other weapons in this building prohibited. Okay. That's fair. That's standard. And I can't read this. Oh, okay. Passport hours. Reduced. Okay. Hey. Oh, he was talking. He's on the phone. So this is the courthouse side with an information center. Okay. So I guess it was an original building, and then they added on to it in 1993. That's why it looks fairly new. That makes complete sense. That's about when I was here, when I was growing up here. Got an unmarked car right here. Not sure if it's just a regular county vehicle or if it's a police car. I'm on the north side of the building right now. Yeah, at one point, Washington State was ranked the highest state in juvenile detentions. One reason why is the Becca Bill, which mandates that anyone under the age of 18 has to be in school a certain amount of hours in a year. There's no restrictive signs here, which I notice a lot of Washington police buildings don't really have a lot of. It's not like Arizona where everything has restrictive signs. Obviously I would have been contacted by now because it's during normal business hours. It says handicap entrance for sheriff's office. And I don't know if this is special parking, but obviously it's for the sheriff's office. So whatever you do, do not park here. I imagine they probably give like this is probably for the sheriff or for like the deputy of the month kind of thing, I'd imagine.
Just wanted to ask, is there a reason why you video camera?
Just because I can.
Yeah, they're not allowing that, actually.
By what statute?
By sheriff statute?
Do you have a Washington State code or?
I'm a security officer for this building.
I'm on public property right now. Am I not?
And I work at this. This is where I work.
Hold up one second.
No, I'm not holding on. I'm gonna call the sheriff and see if that's okay. Okay.
Yeah, Seattle metro area, they're probably more used to this. I imagine Bellingham's still kind of a small townish, Nick. Like, it's a close-knit community, I'd hope. Like, I can tell there's been a little bit of growth, but not really that much. Then again, I was a kid when I last was here. So I'm waiting, and if I don't get contact within, like, say 2 minutes, I'm gonna finish the rest of my audit. He seems supportive. Oh, they drive Priuses here too. The city of Seattle uses Priuses. They must start using them here. Yeah, it's beautiful down here. So here's the other side of the sheriff's office, the garage. It's like a pass-through. Most departments have something like this. Matt Lottie. Hi. How are you?
Great.
Yep, I'm not getting followed either. And then you have the Bellingham post office across the street. Yeah, so I guess if you ask them what code, for security, you gotta ask them like what code, because well, they don't have any lawful authority to stop you. They can detain you briefly if you're on their property, but this is public property. Obviously, if I was in a restricted zone, they could probably do something. I believe private security in public areas, they're only allowed to call for LEO. I'm gonna have to dive further into the policy and try to figure out what standard policy is for that. But obviously, if you're committing like a violent offense or something, they can detain you and hold you until LEO shows up. I have someone looking at me now. Nope. You have Whatcom County Sheriff, car 6270 right here. Then you have car 6284. And 6226. Must be like overflow parking. Ooh. Hopefully they don't pull people over in these. Unmarked Ford. I'm trying to think what model these are. You got some unmarked vehicles over here. Washington state law states that you can't pull people over in an unmarked vehicle. Obviously, the state of Washington has tried to become completely exempt. So here's a good look at this is a beautiful town. Kind of sad with Olympia, it's kind of trashed now. It's kind of dirty and okay, these are the new police interceptors. Interesting. Huh. I'd be interested in going to City Hall here, to a City Council meeting because of all the new cars that they have. Someone loves mermaids.